So as I was saying, I much prefer the custom lock screen to the stock Android one. Even though on some devices I do like the stock Android lock screen, sorry, but on this device I don't know why, I just seem to like the custom Cyanogen mod version. So, moving on to the screen on the device. So it is a 1080p Full HD display. It's 5.5 inches, what is quite large, even by today's standards. So you could call it a phablet, I suppose. Personally, I don't really think it's too big. I don't know. I have quite big hands, but for me, it's not massive. I can hold it one-handed relatively easily, but for some people it is going to be quite difficult to hold. Let me adjust the camera here. There has been rumours of OnePlus One Mini, what has a 5-inch display. I could see that doing relatively well because, as I said, 5.5 inches isn't for everyone. So the viewing angles on the phone are very good, so you can see it pretty much at any angle. That is to be expected with this type of screen. It is a LCD screen, so it is very nice screen. So yeah, that's pretty much the screen. The software, as I mentioned earlier, is Cyanogen Mod 11S, which is based on the stock Android version of Android KitKat, what is version 4.4. I believe, I'm not sure if it's upgraded to 4.5, I don't know, who knows, but it feels like stock Android. Most of the time. Cyanogen Mod have also promised an update to Android Lollipop within 3 months of the final release, so that should be around January now, assuming it got a public release in November, so we should be seeing that relatively soon. But as it is now, it still runs perfectly, so it is obviously running Cyanogen Mod on top of Android KitKat. I'll just get to the little Easter egg here. So you see Android 4.4 KitKat. So yeah. So you know you're gonna get a newish version of Android when you buy the phone, and it will be guaranteed update to Android Lollipop, of course. So because it's Cyanogen Mod, it has got a lot of customizable options. I'll just go back to the settings. I shouldn't really close it. But so you have personalization, you have quite a lot. So you have gestures. You can obviously, you got camera, you draw a circle on the screen when it's off, and it activates the camera. I have turned these off because I did notice when I was using it that I could accidentally activate these, like the flashlight in your pocket, and it does get very warm, and it's something to worry about, really. So I did turn these off, but you can enable these again. So I'll just activate that so the flashlight's on, and you draw a V and it turns it back off, which is a nice feature. So that's gestures. You have notification drawer, so you can change what's in the notification drawer, or what again is nice, and then there's status bar, so you can change what's in there again. Themes is a thing what's very big on OnePlus One. You can change the way it looks, so this is sort of like the stock Android theme. This is one of the ones that comes pre-built into the OnePlus One. They have the sort of stock Android version, and then they have a Cyanogen Mod version, what does look slightly different. It still looks pretty similar to this, but slightly different. I personally prefer the stock Android look, but that's just my preference. And then you have like lock screen, what I have just gone over. Then moving on to the camera, as I talked about before, some of the images that I have taken, let's close that, they've looked okay in good lit conditions, but in low light conditions they aren't very good. They have you can see the pixels quite a lot. Something I wasn't expecting from a camera this resolution, what is 30 megapixels. It has quite good sensors and all that stuff, type of thing. So I wasn't expecting to be as bad as it was. What is a shame, really, but it's not. I think it doesn't lose it for me, if that makes sense. I wouldn't not buy this phone because of the camera. I think it is good enough to get you by, but it's not the best camera on the market by any stretch of the imagination. So the last thing I want to talk about is my final thoughts on the phone. Overall, I think the phone is very good. The call quality is great. The front-facing camera is okay. It's better than most front-facing cameras. It's gonna get a guaranteed update from Cyanogen Mod to Android Lollipop, but again, is another plus feature because a lot of phones are on the edge of getting it and not getting it. Not a lot of people know if it's going to get it or not. And I think for the price again, let me just check what the price is. The price is £229 for a phone that has the specs of a flagship devices. It is a really good price. So this phone has the same or better specs than devices like Samsung Galaxy S5 or the HTC One M8 and other phones of that quality. So it is really good. You're getting extremely good specs for that price, and that is one of the reasons why it's called the flagship killer, because it is amazing what you get inside for the price you're paying, and it sort of shows the public that you can get good specs for a decent price, and sort of these companies are sort of not conning you, but making you pay more than you need to, and that sort of goes into the storage options as well. When you buy the difference between the two storage options, the difference between the 16GB option and the 64GB option is nothing really, but then you go and look on something like Apple and it is a massive difference. So this, obviously, if you don't know, this is the 64GB option, a sandstone black back. The 16GB has a silk white back, what is more of a rubberized texture, what again is good to grip on. But I prefer this look actually. At first when I saw it I wasn't particularly liking the way it looked, but now I have it in hand, it is really nice. So I think this is a great phone for your money, especially now the invite system has stopped and you can buy it like a normal phone. I think this is a great choice for anyone looking for a budget flagship device. It's got a good battery, will last you ages, so definitely pick it up. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.